In our videos today, you'll be introduced to kanji you'll need to talk about your school and grade level. In this first video, we will show you the most difficult characters you will learn this year. After this set of notes, you will be able to read and write 7 more kanji. Although you'll only need to learn 7 kanji today, we'll introduce 2 optional characters. You don't need to read or write them at this time, but they are really easy, so you'll probably memorize them before you're finished with the videos. One thing is for sure, with so few characters, today will be full of wonderful vocabulary. Our first character today is study, which is how we learn science. Sorry we're starting off a bit complicated today, but don't worry, things will get more complicated before they get easier. This character is 8 strokes. Grouping them into sets that resemble other characters will be really helpful. Strokes 1, 2, and 3 form a small katakana tsu at the top. Strokes 4 and 5 are actually the same as the first 2 strokes in tsuki, or moon. They're just squished. Strokes 6 and 7 are basically a katakana a, with a hook on the bottom. And stroke 8 is a long horizontal stroke just below the center of the character. Do the groupings help you remember the strokes in their orders? Let's walk through this character together now. Strokes 1, 2, and 3 at the top form a small tsu. Strokes 4 and 5 are from tsuki, or moon. Strokes 6 and 7 form a. And finally, stroke 8. This is one of the characters that I'm not sure if it started as a pictograph. However, I like the image of a child wearing a thinking cap. You need to think to study and learn. So over time, the child was simplified, and the thinking cap was as well. For this character, the on reading is gaku, and the kun reading is mana. Our next character represents school. Of course, we get good grades on exams in school for proof we know things. Other meanings include correction, which is what teachers do to our exams, and printing, which is why we can take the exams in the first place. Although it is 10 strokes, they can be easily broken into 3 sets that we already know. Strokes 1 through 4 form the kanji ki, or tree, on the left side. We saw strokes 5 and 6 when we learned the kanji roku, the number 6. Finally, strokes 7 through 10 form the kanji chichi, or father. Let's carefully write this one together. Strokes 1 through 4 form ki on the left third of the character. Strokes 5 and 6 are the top portion of the right side. And we end with strokes 7 through 10 forming father. I'm not really sure how this character started either, but I like to use this story. A father was taking a break from his kids under a tree when he got a great idea. He said, "I'll build a school and send my kids there all day." The on readings for this character are ko and kyo. Notice once again that the katakana u looks a lot like the hiragana u. Fortunately, this complicated character doesn't have any kun readings. Life is our next character. Of course, birth is genuinely an indication of life. It's the simplest character we're going to learn in this video. Sorry, but it is only 5 strokes. Stroke 1 is like our starting stroke for the katakana e. Strokes 2 and 3 form a lowercase t, and strokes 4 and 5 are the 2 lower horizontal strokes. Please take note that strokes 2, 3, and 5 form the kanji to, or soil. Stroke 1 can represent a raindrop, and stroke 4 spreading natural fertilizer. That's how we give life to soil, right? Water and fertilizer? Knowing to, soil, should make this fairly easy. Stroke 1 slants down to the left. Strokes 2 and 3 form a cross. They are followed by strokes 4 and 5 as the final horizontal strokes. Notice that 4 is shorter than stroke 2, and stroke 5 is the longest of the horizontal strokes. To remember this one, just think about a seedling finding life and sprouting from the soil. The on readings are se and sho. The kun readings include I, U, Uma, Nama. However, they don't stop there. We also have Na and Mu. Fortunately, you'll only need to learn a couple of these kun readings this year. Our fourth character is party, as in a group of people, not as in a party with music and dancing. It can also mean on foot, emptiness, junior, as in a junior in rank, a set, a gang, futility or uselessness, even a momentary thing. It has a lot of meanings. However, in most of the cases I've seen it used, it refers to a group of people following a leader. Like the other characters in this video, it is definitely not a simple character either. There are, however, several stroke combinations we've seen before that can help us remember it. Stroke 1 is a familiar stroke. It begins the katakana I. This is convenient since strokes 2 and 3 are the katakana I. You'll probably recognize strokes 4, 5, and 6 as the kanji to, or soil. Strokes 7 and 8 are the katakana to, and strokes 9 and 10 form hito, person, even if it is a bit lopsided. If you look closely, strokes 7 through 10 look similar to strokes 1 through 4 at the top of our recognition kanji, sai, or years old. This combination of 4 strokes actually appears a lot. Using our stroke combinations will make this character easier to write. Stroke 1 is the first stroke of I. Strokes 2 and 3 are I. Strokes 4 through 6 form soil. Strokes 7 and 8 form the katakana to. And finally, strokes 9 and 10 form hito, or person. The pictograph here actually started as a group of people listening to a leader. Over the centuries, strokes were simplified by developing meaning to the combinations, and the result is what we have today. The on reading is to. The kun readings are itazura and ada. Don't worry about the kun readings for now. We're going to stop here for now, study what you have learned, and then move on to video 2.